Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Mana Chamber, or welcome to Mana Chamber. I appreciate every single person who is here today in the first video of 2024. I hope you guys are excited for this next year. I'm very excited. Magic's going to be coming out with all kinds of cool stuff. First up, we're going to be going into, Murders at Karlov Manor coming up in February. I'm getting pumped about that. We're going to finish out some ranking videos. I'm ranking kind of something a little strange here today. I'm going to be ranking all the commanders that you could possibly pull from the special guests set. They are just cards included inside of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan set. And you can pull them as commanders when you're opening packs. So these are just possible commanders you could play as, that you can buy. These are mostly probably reprints and reskins of the reprints. So these are definitely all old commanders. We're just going to be ranking this little grouping from the special guests set. Let's get it started. Oh, I should tell you, we're doing a A, B, C, D, F tier ranking like school grades. We're going to pick out the best. We're going to pick out the worst. I don't really know how I do the ranking. I kind of imagine like what I think would be the best or the most fun, and I'm trying to lean into more of that. Like, who do I think is the best? Who do I think is the most fun? Because it's my ranking video, and you're here, and that's just how it goes. Let's get into this. Reaches, Brazen Plunderer. He's a red and 3. Goblin Pirate with Menace. He's a 3/3. Whenever one or more pirates you control deal damage to your opponents, exile the top card of each opponent's libraries. You may play those cards this turn, and you may spend mana or mana of any color to cast those spells. This sounds like a really fun Mystistelio cards commander. Like I said, these are probably all reprints. I don't know too much about him. I haven't seen him before, but he seems major fun to me. I guess I'll give him a B tier. Just because you got to have pirates deal combat damage. I mean, you're probably in a pirate deck if you're doing that. If he's your commander, you have all pirates, you play a bunch of their cards, and then they're not pirates. It kind of makes it a little harder, right? Dargo, the Shipwrecker. He's a red and 6 goblin pirate, 7/5. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may sacrifice any number of artifacts and or creatures. This spell costs 2 colorless less to cast for each permanent sacrifice this way, and 2 colorless less for each artifact or creature you've sacrificed this turn. So you could just sacrifice an artifact or creature in different ways, like just a treasure or just a food, or maybe a creature that sacks for an ability or something like that. Get this guy out. This guy does have trample and partner, so you could partner him up with a commander. This is, of course, if you were playing him as a commander unpartnered. He's kind of interesting. You could get him out pretty quick. I'm not opposed to this, actually. A 7/5. Just make a bunch of treasures or make a bunch of dudes you can sacrifice super quick. Put in something like Raid Bombardments or some card like that, where you can sacrifice a creature and deal 1 damage. No, is that the attacking one? You know which card I'm talking about. Either way, let's put him also in the B tier. I'm very interested. Then we're going to go with Galta, Primal Hunger. 2 green and 10. Elder Dinosaur. Man, I love the art on this one. He's a 12/12 with Trample. He costs X less to cast, where X is the total power of creatures you control. So you want a bunch of creatures out first, then you can cast him for super cheap. 12/12 Trample. I know he's a beast in the sheets. Everybody seems to like him. I'm going to give him a B tier as well. I think he deserves a B tier. 12/12 Trample is really no joke. And then with a reduced cast cost on top of that, you just get him out, you trounce face. If you're in a 4-player game, it's harder, but hey. Calamax, the Storm Rise. A red, a blue, a green, and 1 elemental dinosaur. 4/4. Whenever you cast your first instant spell each turn, if he is tapped, copy that spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Whenever you copy an instant spell, put a +1/+1 on Calamax. So he gets bigger. He doesn't have flying. You swing out. You want him to be tapped. So maybe you have tapped abilities in the deck, so he can be tapped so you can copy your instants and sorceries. But then maybe you have untapped stuff in the deck. Maybe you're just going as aggro as possible. You have a bunch of like things for him to get around, you know, menace, give him flying, stuff like that. I don't know, he seems pretty interesting. I'm pretty open to him. I feel like he's not any better or worse than anybody else on this list so far, though, so going in the B tier. Lord Windgrace. A green, a red, a black, and 2. He's a legendary planeswalker, Windgrace, with 5 loyalty counters. You can +2 him, discard a card, then draw a card. If it's a land card, or if a land card is discarded this way, draw an additional card. That's pretty cool. Return up to 2 target land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Also really cool. And destroy up to 6 target non-land permanents. Then create 6 2 green cat warrior creature tokens with Forest Walk. Interesting commander. And oh yeah, and he says he can be played as your commander. That is why he is in this list. I do mostly brawl on this channel, but when I rank based off of commanders you could play in. Paper Commander, something else I also play a lot of. So this guy could be your commander. He's pretty fun. I think he'd be the most fun out of everybody I've read so far to be a commander. All these different powers. Get 6 2/2 green cat warriors. That's crazy. Draw a bunch of cards, get rid of your lands, bring your lands back. He works really well. I'm giving him an A. Malcolm, King-Eyed Navigator. A blue and 2 Cybran Pirate 2/2 with flying. He also has partner. Whenever one or more pirates you control deal damage to your opponents, you create a treasure token for each opponent dealt damage. So you could create basically up to 3 treasure if you're in a typical 4-player pod commander game. He's not too bad. He's not any worse than anybody else, that's for dang sure. Let's put him in B tier. A couple more here. We're going into Marie, Weatherlight Duelist, a white, a green, and 1 cat warrior 3/2 with First Strike. Whenever she attacks, each opponent can't block with more than 1 creature this combat. As long as she is tapped, no more than 1 creature can attack you each combat. Wow, talk about powerful. That's really cool. You can have a fat board state. They can swing out with a fat board state. They can only block with 1 dude. I really like this. This is going in A tier for me. And Thrasios, Triton Hero. A blue, a green, Merfolk Wizard, 1/3. With pay 4 and scry 1. Then reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it on the battlefield tapped. Otherwise, draw the card. Also has partner. Kind of amazing with the partner ability there. Pay 4 is a lot, but you're getting a draw out of it, and you're getting a potential ramp out of it. So I'm definitely not opposed to this. I will give this up in the A tier as well. So what do you think? Out of the special guests you could possibly play as commander, is this the correct order? Do you agree with? Do some of these guys need to be more like in the C tier? Did I rank them a little bit too high, B tier? It was kind of weird starting this off. It's all B's and some A's. These A's are really good, though. I'm pretty set on the A's. I think you would maybe agree with me. Maybe Calamax should go up in the A. Maybe I'm missing it there. Let me know what you think. Either way, we got to pick out the best. And it's kind of a hard set deal. I don't know if I'm going to do the best first. I usually do the worst first. Let's stick with tradition. It is 2024. I know it's a new year, but we're going to stick with tradition. We'll go with the worst commander first. And man, who do I think is the worst commander in this set? Really hard, honestly, to decide. Because all these guys are honestly pretty good. This guy's expensive, but he can be reduced. This guy has... you're casting their spells, which is cool, not cool, maybe, I don't know. You're making treasure, so you're ramping. It's definitely not these two. I think we're going to have to... man. I think we're going to go with Breaches. Breaches as being the worst commander from this set. Maybe I'm wrong with that. Maybe there's something to cast in your opponent's spells that I'm not thinking about, but... that's what I'm doing. That's what I already chose. Okay, let's go with the best commander. Who do I think is the best commander of this set? I'm really drawn to all 3 of these people, but I feel like the best commander that I would personally have the most fun with is going to be, what is this, Marie? Weatherlight Duelist? Just seems cool. Build a fat army, get tokens. They can only have 1 creature attack you if she's tapped, so maybe you have ways to tap her. if she attacks, she has first strike, maybe you buff her up so you can attack every turn. They can only block with one creature. Just seems really fun, really good. What do you think? Is this actually the worst commander in this set? Is there somebody in here that you think is worse? Is this actually the best commander from this set? Is there somebody you think could be better? Is it one of these two? Please let me know. Again, these were just the special guests that you could open up inside of the Lost Caverns of Ixalan set if you open some booster packs. They're just really cool reskins. What do you think of the reskins? I kind of dig them. I think the special guest artwork is pretty dang cool in this set. All right, well, hey, have a good 2024, everybody. We're going to be doing lots of videos. If you haven't subscribed to this channel already, please do subscribe. We are just going to keep growing. We're kind of going to be restructuring how I release content in 2024. I want to expand into shorts, I think. Hopefully you like shorts. I'm going to give it a try. I know YouTube's pushing for shorts, so I might as well follow the YouTube trend, right? I am going to, I think, be releasing only Monday, Wednesday, Friday brawls from now on. It's going to be better for me to just kind of have some weekends off. Not that I'm not going to be working on videos on the weekends. I just don't have necessarily a specific release schedule on the weekends. Maybe I'll surprise you guys with a few spare videos on the weekends. I don't know. But I know I might surprise them in on the Tuesday and the Thursday throughout the week. We'll see what happens. Well, I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.